I think. Hopefully. Hopefully that's it this time.
Okay, so Mr. Crafty started a new live, brand new. There we go. Hi, Tigger. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Kimberly. I see you. I see you too. We had to start a new stream, brand new, because technical difficulties. It's hard. I will say this. It's hard. It's like cringeworthy. I'm like, ah, why? Why must this always be the case? So, hi, Miss Angela again. Okay, so we're back, I think. Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's there.
Okay, so I'm watching the old me over here. Could you fix that so I can see the chat room in the right place?
Yes.
Okay. So Mr. Crafty's going to get me online. I'm going to grab the next haul from the next stop on our Japanese stationery tour. So hold please. I actually should have done this while he was working. And oh, you know what? I actually had this sitting on the floor. I forgot it was even there. I have something to show you. I am making a big mess in my room. My little tiny space. I am like spreading it all out, getting it all messy. While he's fixing that, and I can't see what anybody's saying right now, so I lost my chat room, but I can see that there's still people here. What was I going to say? So I am about to, I know this sounds really funny, but I'm about to downsize the RV and reconfigure my craft space. So I'm making new, like I have new materials to work with. I have new stuff. I'm kind of changing the focus of projects that I thought I would work on, and I'm going to work on this stuff instead. So I need to kind of like change out all my cabinets and my drawers and like just reconfigure it all. You know, I'm going to be doing Camp Wanacraft up in Washington. So I need to make sure I have like the right stuff front and center. So it's very overwhelming, but on one hand, just mentally, but it's a small space, so it can't possibly take me as long as I think it's going to. And it's just a matter of like packing up some things and then putting some stuff into storage, and then other things will just go into the mystery boxes, because we are going to be this summer, and I'm thinking we're going to do it after Camp Wanacraft, but we are going to have another mystery box sale, because we have so much stuff in our storage. We have so much TRG stuff that some things we never even sold. We never even showed you guys stuff we had manufactured. Product stuff from my collaboration with Simple Stories. I purchased like tons of that stuff. So I have stuff that's literally in a vault right now that I would like to give you guys a chance to own again. Like really super cute stuff. Just a lot of supplies, things I bought from American Crafts, you know, when I thought I was going to have all these kits I was going to be doing. We have a ton of planner stylist kits left. So there's just a lot of things that we're going to mystery box sale it. Mr. Crafty and I are personally going to be doing that. So that'll be interesting, because we have not done that before. The girls actually kind of kitted all that stuff up for us before, but this time we're going to do it. So that should be a lot of fun. So I can't say I'm looking forward to it, but on the other hand, I am looking forward to it. It'll be a relief to get all that beautiful stuff. It pains my heart to see it just sitting in my storage, and everything's like all binned up in these really nice, we got nice bins so it would protect everything. But I just feel bad, like it's not living its best life. It was meant to be in some crafty girl's hands, and instead it's just sitting there waiting for its life to begin. So, and there's only so much stuff I can craft. So, that's what you guys have to look forward to, is a fun. We'll have two physical products. We're going to have a physical camp kit. So Camp Wannacraft will have the most bomb physical kit we've ever put together. That's going to be available, and then we will have the mystery box sale sometime in July or August. So there's stuff happening, ladies, stuff in the background. So this is a shop called Tokyo Hands, and here's the cute little bag. Tokyo Hands is a really cool store. It's kind of like, it kind of reminded me of IKEA in a way. I can't think of the other store. It was like a blend of two things. So Tokyo Hands it has different floors, so it's multi-floored. A lot of the stuff was like home decor, technical stuff, like tech gear. They had a whole floor of like DIY, so people who like doing craft projects. It had stationery, just lots of stationery. So we were pretty much kind of, everyone did what they wanted to do, but I kind of just stuck on like 2 floors. Buy a ton of stuff here, but I bought some but I did buy cute stuff here. So so my giveaway winner, when I host my giveaway on Instagram for my Japan stationery tour, we're going to be twinsies again, because I bought you a really cute pencil pouch like I bought me, because I was just like love at first sight with this pencil pouch. And it's got like the little the sequins inside are like iridescent, cute, little shimmery, and then on the back it has that little guy, and it just says enjoy the happy style, and it's really super cute. I just love all of like the fonts and everything, and then it has click on that side, plus it has a really cute little gold star, and then it has enjoy the happy style on the thing, the little zipper, and then it's a nice roomy pouch inside. I did buy quite a few pouches. I love pouches. I love pouches. So I'm actually going to have a whole bin of pouches in this RV up in one of my upper cabinets. I'm going to ditch all my books because I'm not reading them and I have a Kindle. So I decided that I'm going to put my bags that I bought, my like backpack bags I bought, and pouches is going to go in there, because that's stuff that I'll photograph and stuff that I'll put in like my layouts and stuff. So I feel like it deserves a chance, you know, to have its own space. So my little twinsy giveaway winner is we're gonna be twinsies. You'll have that. I bought myself a really cool pair of readers. That's a practical, fun little thing. They have wooden arms, and I just thought they looked, I don't know, they looked very librarian-ish, and I thought they were really cute. I love the little arms that they had, funky. And then I bought myself some pen clips, you know, that were different. So this one's a very popular little clip, and it's got like it's stretchy, so it'll go around different size pens, and it just clips to the side of your planner or journal. And then the other little clip I got is kind of like a leathery type of clip, although I'm not sure that it's actual leather, and it's like that. So it clips to the back of your journal, or onto the like front, or yeah, onto the front of your journal, and then you kind of slide your pen into the little loop. So I loved the color of that. Then I got myself some more sticky notes, and this is when I just realized now I've purchased 2 of those, because at some point I kept forgetting, like, what did I purchase already? And then there's another little sticky note, and these to me were really great for journaling, and I couldn't resist. This little parakeet was everywhere. They had tons of stores that had parakeets as like pencil cases on pens, part of the stationery line. It was like little birds and parakeets were like part of their things, and I just thought he was so cute. I couldn't resist. So I got myself those. And then this was a super fun pouch. I've never seen one of these before. Okay, so it looks like a really simple little kind of tech pouch, something a boy would like, right? But then it does this magical thing. So you unzip it and then fold it open, and it has a little what do you call that? A little strap. And you button it in place, and then it's a stand-up little pouch and you can put your phone in it, like have your phone sticking up, you know, like you could be watching, like I do. You could stick your phone in it, which I'm picking all the wrong I'm picking all the wrong slots to show you. So you can, this would be like my pocket printer. So it's like a little mobile desk spot, like a little stuff that you put in here. You can also put a tablet in it because this little thing lays flat. So now it has like space to put your tablet up in here. People in Japan have a lot of ways of creating like a little study space. So I'm imagining this is what kids use a lot because they're very good little students, very good studiers. And there's just a plethora of tools and stuff designed for students to help kids learn to color code their projects, to study. So I thought this was really cool. I intend to use it. I hope that I do. What I probably will end up doing with it more so is more for like crafting. To me, this was like really handy, especially if I actually like go out and do something. I just liked the idea of being able to put like some basics in there. I loved how it kind of stood up and was like a little portable organizer. So it was something I couldn't resist. I had not ever seen anything like that, and I just thought it was so cute. And then this guy here is one of those. I always look in the stationery section to see the organization stuff. I loved this. This is perfect, especially if you're traveling. You should always travel with one of these little paper organizers, receipt coupon organizers. It's a great way of putting all the ephemera that you gather that day into like its own little pocket. And that way you can remember when you go to do your scrapbook, everything's together. Receipts, paper, all the little stuff that you gathered, and you could date these like every day of your trip and give each little slot to a separate day. So I liked the size of this because a lot of the handouts you get are rather large, like maps tend to be a little bit larger. So that's why I purchased this, was it was something nice and flat. It would be easy to tuck into your bag, and it's a perfect little ephemera gatherer and filer. So, I mean, I employed very good little tricks into my prep of traveling, but I have to be honest with you, since I've never been a very good travel journaler or memory keeper, I honestly don't know what I should be doing. And I didn't have time to like study up on it before I left. So I just figured at the very most, I'll try to do is focus on gathering stuff, like having my ephemera for my trip. So I thought that was a very, at least smart thing to try to do, was gather up that. So let me check. I'm keeping a list over here to make sure I hit everything that I said I was going to show you. Okay. This group of goodies, we will be traveling now to Cute Things from Japan. Cute Things from Japan is, you can follow them on Instagram, and they do sell products online, so you can shop. I didn't go browse their entire online store, but I do know that they sell products online. It is a very little store. It's very small, but for being such a small store, it was probably my favorite store in terms of it had like the most crafting supplies and tools that I would probably use on an everyday basis. It was like the store got me. It was like the stamps that they sold, the washi they had. It was all that kind of mixed media style that I really love. It's kind of quirky. She had stamps that were done by different artists in her community. So it was very much like it was showcasing things that it was just really sweet and special. It was a special store. You could tell that she had arranged things with love. It was such a pleasure to be there. And the best part is she was actually closed that day. She's normally closed on a Tuesday, but she opened the store special for us. So we had the whole little shop to ourselves, which was a lot because we were already 13 people crammed in a little teeny store. So it was a lengthy process because all of us bought so much stuff. But here's my some of the washi I purchased. But I loved the stuff that she had in there. She just had really great taste. And I was very, very happy with my purchases. And this is great because I actually, like I said, I've kind of forgotten everything that I bought. This stuff's all sealed up. And so I'm getting to see it again. So I fell in love with the packaging of this product, and I bought this for my girls. So my daughter, my 2 daughters-in-law, I wanted to make sure, and then like a couple for myself, just because I wanted this in my scrapbook. So these are bath salts, and I just thought the packaging was so gorgeous. Everywhere you go, packaging sucks you in to everything. It takes a strong woman to stay. Like, if you were to try to resist purchasing something one day, like today's a day I'm going to go on a no spend. I just don't know how you would do it. It was too hard for me. That's why, I don't know. I did talk to Mr. Crafty while I was there about, you know, what would you think about like staying here for a month? You know, could you handle that? Could you do that? And he was actually willing to try it. He said, yeah, we can try that one day. So, but then I thought about it and thought, oh my gosh, Corey, it will be a hard thing to do because you will be surrounded by all the cute things. So you better, like, you know, think about that and what that's going to be like, having to tell yourself no all the time. So I bought, okay, you know what I should do is I should probably pull everything out and kind of group things together. Woo. Okay, so I have a bunch of these little booklets and stuff. I want to make sure that I group them together so I'm not repeating things I'm showing you. Oh my gosh, I'm like remembering all over again why I love the store and what it was so delicious, and you're about to see why. Okay, so let me organize my little goodies here. See, it's all sealed up. So I'm like, oh, there's like even more washi in here. So one fun thing when we went to the store, if you guys, do you guys follow Momo Loves Paper? M-O-M-O Loves Paper. She is like an OG planner girl. And when I first joined the planner community in the beginning of like 2014, she was one of the girls that I followed from like the beginning. And she's very much a Traveler's Notebook girl, and that's kind of why she was one of the reasons why I really loved the Traveler's Notebook, and I kind of fell in love with it. I wanted to but I feel like I struggled with it. I didn't understand, like, how does it work? How do you keep the booklets in there? Explain this to me. What is this magical thing? I've never heard of it. And I ended up buying one, and that was how I ended up falling in love with it so much. Like, this is amazing. And then I realized, you know, not a lot of women in the planner community, this crafty planner community, owns this thing. Why is that? Why are people not jumping on board? This thing is amazing. And then it dawned on me, you know, I think maybe people just don't understand how it works. It's hard to get when you're looking at photos. So that's why I made the Midori 101 video, because I wanted everyone to be like, oh my gosh, the Traveler's Notebook is incredible. So she was my muse, my inspiration for falling in love with it. So getting to meet her, she was there that day when we were at the store, and she was helping bag everything for the owner, their friends, and she was so. It was just so fun to get to meet her and be like, girl, you were a big inspiration to me. So this was okay, I'm pretty sure I didn't really buy a lot of washi anywhere, but this was the washi payoff, man. This is where I saved up my washi money. This was the store I spent it on. And I'm going to tell you how many rolls I bought, because I actually never counted them when I was in the store. And I have to say that I don't even think I've ever bought this much washi from a single store, like online or anything like that. And it's a lot. Okay, so I bought 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 rolls of washi. And I'm not even embarrassed. I bought 19 rolls of washi from this store alone. And I'm pulling everything out and organizing it so that I can show you everything. Okay. Okay, so she had some of these really cool Junichi Nakahara. So this artist had all of like this style of like it's like a Japanese honey, if you will. So there are these really cute little Japanese postcards in here. So there's that girl, there's this girl. Isn't that funny? Like, they look just like honeys, and they're here at the store on postcards, no less. So I was like all about it. So I grabbed a set so that my giveaway winner will have a set of those too. And then here's a like a notepad also as part of that collection, which I thought was so cute. So there's that. Here's a cute little bunny postcard. Here are some stamp stickers. I don't have any excuse. They're just cute. I just thought they were adorable. I'm such a sucker for cute. She also had these like really cute little folk art style stamps. There's like a whole little variety in this pack, so I just grabbed those. Here's a sticky note pack. Does not look like me. I just thought this was adorable. It is this really cool like looking mixed media style, and then I bought one of the traveler notebook inserts that were also like that, and it has the nice grid interior. I'm pretty sure I've seen these before, like on Etsy, or I don't know about Amazon, but pretty sure I've seen this on Etsy. And then here's this postcard, which is also that mixed media. So I figured if nothing else, I would just like put a photo on here of the day I shopped there and use it like as a background for like the scrapbooking part of my thing. So I was buying like scrapbook materials and things to actually use. I wanted to try these. This is the MD Paper brand. So this is the B6 Slim Idea Diary Notebook. It's a nice thick one. It's the grid. They love grid there. And then this is the lined one. And this is the A6 size Idea Diary. And it's got this cream paper. To me, when I see stuff like this, I get excited because to me, that's an opportunity to embellish it and put my own scrapbook paper on it, make my own cover. So I love the fact that it's just very simple, plain, simple. I bought these A6 sized little inserts. I tried to pick up inserts like this as much as possible when I found them because they were so much cheaper there. And when we buy them on Amazon or even Etsy, they're expensive. It makes the Traveler's Notebook planner an expensive planner to own. Because if you're paying $6 to $7 for each insert, and you can put 4 to 5 inserts into one, I mean, that adds up. And then you're interchanging them and moving them out. So they were a lot less expensive there. So I tried to stock up in the sizes that I'm so into the A6 size. I love it. So I stocked up there and also at another store, which I haven't shown you yet. Here is a adorable little note card set with a little tiny desk light. I just thought those were so cute and would be awesome little journaling for, journaling cards. I bought 2 of these. These are some of my favorite organizing tools ever. So I haven't done an actual YouTube video about these. I discovered these last year and I shared them. I took them on the cruise with me, and in my presentation, my crafting presentation, my workshop, I shared photos of how I use them, and they are so fantastic. So each book has a different function. Some of them are meant to like hold die cuts. So I put a backer of scrapbook paper in these, and so each of these is a little pocket, and you can store die cuts in there or sticker flakes. So each of these has got something different. I stuck stamps to this one because I had nowhere to put it at the time. So you can see I have stamps, tickets, the little printable stuff I use. There's my little cards that I love using, stickers, more tickets. So you guys get the idea. They're just, it's fun for ephemera. So they have these on Amazon. You can get them. They're made by King Jim. Yeah, King Jim. There's a whole line of them. They come in different colors, but the books do different things. Then there's one that's a washi book. So you can kind of like lay all your washi in there. These pages are plastic, so the washi won't like stick permanently. And then I just laid all my favorite washi out in these. And then look how fun it is to carry washi around with you, and you can easily like just page through it and find washi you need instead of carrying like all the rolls of washi if you're going like on a little trip. I love using my washi ring at home, but I have so much washi now that I really like the idea of just having like pages of it to pick. Because when you think about it, when you craft, you don't really use huge long strips of washi. You're using washi that's even smaller than these pieces. So this was what this is what I really loved. And someone just asked me if I could point the camera at my desk. What I was planning on doing was being on camera on the live, and then I'm gonna film videos on each of the stores that I did, and then go into more detail, you know, pull things apart, and it'll all be top down. You won't have to look at me, but then you can like really see the goods. Right now this is more like we're having a party and I'm just kind of showing everybody my stuff. That way the way everything is, it's kind of a mess in here. So I just thought we would do it this way, and I'll try and hold things up. I understand that it's not as awesome as like top down, but you will have shorter videos and like for each store. That way they'll be like maybe hopefully less than 20 minutes each. And that way you can pick and choose what you want to see later. So that was what I was thinking we would do this time. So anyway, I went ahead and got myself another book that has the pockets, and then this one, which I didn't show you, it has these long pockets, and you can put things like stamps in there, the long sticker sheets, ephemera. I have one set up like that, but it doesn't appear to be anywhere close to me, so I'm just going to skip that. And then where are we at? Okay, so stamps. So I love this brand, Sakura Lala, and they had, this one's Nippon and Nippon too. So these are the, is it Nippon? Maybe it's Nippon. These are the Japanese collection that she has. So there's like little Japanese character. Her little illustrations are so stinking cute. Ah, I love her little stamps. So she had pretty much she had a huge collection of her stamps in her store. So you can see like there's Mount Fuji at the top. Mount Fuji at the top. There's the bullet train. And then this was the second one in the series. So here's another little set. And I just thought this is the perfect little set ever to do my scrapbook. So I wanted to have that. Well, thank you, Burning Blue Skies. You know what? I gotta tell you, my skin does look really good in this video. Part of it is I feel like I look a little shiny. It could be because it's very warm in here. And so maybe I'm just getting a little misty. So I look glowy. So it's doing good things for me, even though I'm a bit warm. So, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. And then this collection is called My Town. And I just thought that is so cute. Look at the little teeny buildings. This is what my little inner kid does. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I have to have it. I love her little tiny handwriting, the little font. Like, it's not font, it's handwriting. And I just thought those were so cute. So I got this little group of stamps. And then here's the other little stamps I bought. These are all little wood stamps. And I feel like, I feel like I'm missing a bag. I feel like I bought more stamps than this, but maybe I didn't. Okay, so here's the first little one. She had me at hello. I could not handle the cuteness. Look at her with her little arms out, like, hello, let me hug you. I just thought she was adorable. So hopefully I use her a lot. Then I got this, which I don't know what this symbol means. I'm assuming it's something really good. You know, it could be like a single word like peace or prosperity or something like that. You know, they often have tattoos with like one symbol or something. And I thought, well, maybe that's what it is it's just a single word. I'm going to try my Google Translate on it though. I just wanted one of the Japanese stamps. I just thought it was neat. It didn't really matter to me. I figured the chances were good it wasn't something offensive or or something bad in a little craft store. And the cute little cat. I thought he was adorable. This stamp had my name all over it. This stamp is teeny tiny, but it's got little itty bitty plus signs. It's so teeny. And I just loved it. I just loved it. Okay, this stamp is super cute. It is wrapped, look at a little piece of candy. So it says stamp. And then it's obviously wrapped up with a little foil dot to seal it in. And then the actual stamp is that. It says invoice enclosed. And yes, that is kind of an odd stamp. Why would I want this? I love quirky. I love stuff that seems odd, and why would you have that in your scrapbook layout that says invoice enclosed? To me, it's like background. It just adds that fun texture and kind of like just, why is it there? See, it evokes something, right? Isn't that what art's supposed to do, is evoke an emotion? I just love putting weird stuff into my crafting. I just think it's so fun. So the fact that it was there means other people feel the same way, or they're actually using it as a real, like, I'm sending you a bill. Here's what I'm putting on the envelope. Your bill's enclosed. Either way, I just thought it was cool. And this also just shows you like the care and love that so much like little craft things in her store is like, just wrapped up like a little piece of candy. This is a set of stamps that are inside of a little matchbox that I will not open right now, but it's a little set of Matryoshka dolls and a little tiny little folk art kind of design that you can stamp on a stamp sized piece, I think. I don't really know exactly I don't remember what they look like. So, and then here's two stamps that have that odd quirky thing I was telling you I like. They had tons of these type of stamps. This is what I mean. Like, this stamp store got me. Her stamp collection was so bomb. It was just a lot of odd, quirky stamps like this. I could have bought 20 of these, but I didn't. I use self-control. And then the tiniest little stamp block, which I don't have one this little, but I needed it in my life, so I got it. And I got a little fabric coaster because I thought it was cute. The idea of putting my little Japanese tea on here just made my heart swoon. I won't unwrap all this washi, and I will show it in more detail in my live. And I know this is like really crummy. This is like really crummy. But I'm just going to hold it up very briefly. I know that doesn't really, let me see. Let me see if I can improve the situation. Not really. The lighting, you know what it is? It's really the lighting. It's not really the fault of the camera. But just, you guys can get the gist, yes? Oh, okay. It's all like that mixed media style, art journaly looking kind of washi. It's not the cute floral stuff. Here's something that's kind of straightforward. This little red one up here. that's kind of a simple washi. There was some with tickets, and then there's some more. So I plan to use the heck out of this washi. This washi is like yummy, and I didn't realize I had got so much of it, mostly because it got separated after they bagged it all up, so all I ever saw was the one bag of it. So that is my haul from Cute Little Things from Japan, which is an excellent name for that store, because that is exactly how I would describe it. The whole store is just full of goodness. And then here's another example. These are little tea bags that I don't even care what the tea tastes like, although one says peach and one says rose, so that's hopeful. The packaging I thought was adorable, and so I just decided I needed to have it for my scrapbook, and I'll drink the tea and hopefully it will be yummy. If not, then I've learned a valuable lesson that tea packaging is not a good investment for me. Although, funny story, I did go on a hunt for a tea shop, and I made a huge purchase there because the packaging was so incredible. It had to be done, but let's continue forward on our trip. So we just visited Cute Things from Japan, and now we'll be visiting Loft. So let's see here. Now if I can remember which one Loft was. Oh, you have Loft.
I have Loft.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Crafty's still laughing, so that means he's not he's not in shock from all of this stuff, because he's seeing it all for the first time. So that's a good sign that my husband's in a good mood, despite seeing the avalanche of stationery. So, woo. Okay, so Loft. Loft is a store I wish I'd had more time to spend in, and I would have stayed there longer if I could have, but we were sort of like on a time crunch at that point, so we only had like, I think we were there under 2 hours, but it was just, given the fact I got at one point and I was on the elevator and the doors kept opening on different floors, and every time the door opened I'd be like, oh, I want to go shop out there. And alas, I was not able to shop everywhere I wanted to. So so Loft is, I don't know how, it's kind of like a variety store. It had a whole bunch of different things. It's very modern. It was very cool. They had an exquisite stationery floor. It is absolutely a must on a stationery tour. They had a really awesome display of caboodles, like the Caboodles brand products, like pencil boxes and all kinds of caboodle stuff. So it was very cool. So I did get some pencil pouches to start with. So this one, me and Paula ended up liking the same one. I thought that was cute. The little, they're kind of like little, I don't know, are they flowers? Are they little peppercorns? And yes, Justine, you are absolutely correct. If this was not part of our business, like, because of what I did, so just to be fair to you guys, if this wasn't part of my business and all of this wasn't technically a business write-off, this is like, these are like tools for my business, is how the IRS would look at it. If I didn't have that, I don't think Mr. Crafty would be as thrilled or supportive. And if it was just because I like crafting and I want to go with my friends, I don't think I would have gotten to go. This was definitely part of the TRG business and brand. So to be fair, I got to do this mostly because of that, and I can completely understand that a lot of husbands would not be excited for that. And so there were a lot of supportive husbands sending their wives off on this trip. Trust me, because we all bought a lot of stuff. So this fun little pencil pouchy thing is another one of those stand-up pouches that you kind of bend down and it comes together with a magnetic clip, and then it becomes a stand-up thing. What I liked about it is then it becomes a place to put your phone. Especially in the morning when I'm doing like my makeup and stuff and I sit at my desk to do that. That would be awesome to be able to sit it up, because I often will watch YouTube on it while I do stuff like that. I thought this was adorable. I love the idea of having stand-up pencil pouches. I thought that was fun. I've not personally seen any in real life here. I bought another one. This one's a little green one. It doesn't do all the cool... Oh, it does. I'm sorry. I stand corrected. So this one is the really pretty green, and it has a gray interior. And then, although you can tell that this one holds a bigger phone. Like I have the 10X or XR, XS, that the big iPhone. So I think this one is more suited to that than this one is. And then this one, okay, I'm not even a cat person, but I can say this is so stinking cute. So this little guy, they had this style of pencil pouch all over. So I didn't buy this in Loft. I'm including it because I wanted to tell you that these type of pencil pouches were really popular there in Japan. They were in many of the stores I went into, and I actually purchased this on Amazon. So there is a source for cute little pouches that do this. So when you stick all your stuff in it, you know, and then you slide it down, it is a little pencil cup. How cute. It has little pockets in it too, so they can all be like sitting up and, you know, being like, I'm ready to go, just grab me and go. So how cute is that? Is a little slidey cup. And they have I bought two of them. So the gray one with the black kitty, and there's a pink one with a darker pink kitty. I think it's like a pink and pink. So I thought super cute. I just fell in love. And I love the fact that it's got such a practical... I was thinking of using one of them for my makeup brushes because of that. How fun. Okay. And then, oop. This was kind of... this is one of those screens that helps you like read things better. I am one of those people that often don't know where readers are, or the readers are like, oh, they're in the other room. So I was thinking, this was just my thoughts, is this would be kind of really handy to have in one of my planners and tuck it into a pocket because it's flat and flexible, and it's like a magnifying screen. I don't know. I was in the moment and I was like, wow, that would be really good. A sheet lens for reading with high contrast. I just thought, you know, I could use that. There's been times where I didn't know where my readers were, and that would have been handy. More of the little adorable little, what do you call that, correction tape? They had a bunch of these. These are just like kind of office stamp type of roller stamps. This is a date stamp, and I just thought I needed to have a Japanese date stamp in my life. I also love the color. I just thought it was unusual. It'd be fun to have something that's a little different. My one date stamp that I have is, I think next year it's last year, and then it's just about the past. So I thought, you know, a backup date stamp. We should all have one. These are so cute. I just had to shove them in my pouch. These are bands that go around your like planners or your books. Look at the little bunny balloon. I had to have him. And the bear looks a little scared, which I'm not sure. He's probably going to be on the planner I keep my finances in. No, don't look. So, a little sticky notepad, which this actually came from Atoya, so this is in the wrong bin. But look at this little notepad, this sticky pad. It's like a little yellow legal pad, but sticky notes. Here's where I bought another fountain pen, and this was all about the color. It's light blue and mint green, and I just thought that was absolutely such a beautiful combination that will look so amazing with my little Hobonichis, like in the little pencil. You know how we are. It's all about like the little visual and just making it delicious and yummy. And it was love at first sight. like I think I might have just snatched it up in front of one of the girls, like that might have been looking at it, and I raced in there and grabbed it. That's my memory of it. That might not have happened, but I seem to recall like being very snatchy when I saw this because it was the only one. And I just thought, oh. And then I got these bigger binder rings because they were available, and I thought these are super cute little mini washi rings. I love the size of them. These are also from Atoya, so I kind of have a mixed bin here. I tried to be like get things where they were supposed to go, but at some point I was like pulling stuff out of the bags, trying to like shove everything in my suitcases, and I think that's why we have a little confusion. But that's okay. There's not a quiz on this or anything like that. So here's 2 pens. Emulsion ink ballpoint pen, 0.5 millimeter. I will tell you this. I don't know what emulsion ink is. These are made by Zebra, and I've never seen anything like this in the States. These pens were love at first sight. Even if I don't like the way they write, I would probably try to resurrect that by changing out the ink, the cartridge. Like, so the ink, like the ballpoint part, like I would change that out and put a different pen in it if I could, just to save them. But for like photography, having them in my pictures, they're wood, and they have it's like a wood base and a color top. I can't even. It was so love at first sight. Like they had me from the second I laid eyes on them. And they certainly don't make it easy. Let me see here. Maybe this is what's supposed to be easy. They do make it easy. So there's a little thing that says open. And so you peel it up. And when you peel it up, that is literally the easiest box. I'm sorry, box, that I told you weren't easy to open. So I'm just demonstrating one time. So you undo that and you pull the clamshell apart, and the pen's like, yes. How amazing is that? That was the easiest pen I've ever opened. So it's a nice heft, nice clicker. Love that sound. Oh, okay. So I'm taking the little tippy thing off and writing. It says it's emulsion ink. I don't know what emulsion ink is, and there's not enough English on here to give me any help. So this is a Zebra ink ballpoint. So it's very smooth, as almost every single pen in a Japanese stationery store is. They don't know how to make crappy pens. You know, like the Bic pens that we have, like the really like old school ballpoints. I don't even know if you can buy those in that country, because all the pens, like they're entry level pen. It's amazing and writes like a smooth little dream. So yes, emulsion ink, not sure, but it's very smooth. It writes lovely. But it's even cuter in real life. It's like a wood and this kind of enamel pink, and then I have the blue. And I got myself, even though I own one of these, I decided that this color, like the blue and the yellow, I just liked this so much. So I think what I'm going to do with my Dymo label maker, which I think the one I have, I don't think you can get this style. I could be wrong. I have not personally seen it, but I don't know if you can get it anymore. So I was thinking I would give my label maker to the giveaway winner that I have loved dearly and used for many years. And I'm thinking that's what I might do. That way I'm not like hoarding label makers and holding on to them. But it's yellow. I just love it. And then this is a sachet. And again, the only reason I wanted this was to put in my scrapbook because it was just so adorable. I'm not a cat person, but I have to tell you, I was loving these cats. There are so many versions of these really cute cats in everything I saw there. The other fun thing they had is this Mimo Mushi baby. It's a memo and pen holder. So it looks like a little, it's like a little inchworm kind of thing. And you put your little paper into the little slots of his body. he's sitting on your desk. I kind of wanted to see this little face on my desk every day. That was my thinking. Okay, so that is my Loft. Now, the other thing I purchased, and it only cost me $1, is on the way to Loft, we stopped. Japan has a lot of these, like, gumball, for lack of a better word, they're like big, giant gumball machines. And there's like banks of them. So they're full of different little characters. A lot of them are like really popular anime characters or manga characters. I don't know what, because I don't follow any of that, so I didn't know what was, you know, a famous character or not. But so I was looking at all of them, and I picked some to like buy for my nephews, my daughter, and then this is the one. This was the one I put the money in the machine for me, and I ended up getting this very angry looking chipmunk. And immediately he made me think of like Mr. Miyagi. Like, he's my little sensei, and he looks really stern and kind of like bossy. And I kind of thought, this is the kind of thing I should have on my desk that reminds me to get up, go for a walk, go have my water, go exercise. Doesn't he look like a coach that means business? Like, get up. Why drink your water? Why do you not go for a walk? He looks like he just is ready. He looks like he's ready to unleash on you. So I thought he was really adorable. I love him. He's like my favorite. He's like my favorite little thing I got, and he's gonna like live on my desk and give me that stern little look and remind me that I should be working, not messing around, that I should go for a walk, that I should be doing stuff. Exactly, Angela. Wax on, wax off, right? That's what he looks like. Okay, so that was Loft. And now we are about to do, okay, so let's do Muji, because Muji is sitting right here with me. Almost all of Muji's with me. Okay, so Muji. How many of you guys have heard of Muji? I've heard of it, and I think I'm familiar with it mostly from an online perspective. I have shopped in one Muji store. I think I know that they have to be here in the States, because I feel like people talk about them enough. They have to be around, possibly in San Francisco even. But I've never been to a United States store. So there we go. I love Muji. I've been in New York City, Boston, and LA. There we go. Everyone loves a Muji. So the stores I've gotten to go to, one of them was in Germany, Frankfurt, Germany, and then this one here in Japan. And the store that I got to go to in Japan was in Ginza. So it was like right there in our neighborhood. We literally just walked a few blocks and we were there. The first day me and my mom went there, it was packed. It was like being in a school of fish. Like you were being steered around by everybody around you, up the down the stairs, around, you know, it was like you were moving in a stream of people. It was the most crowded store that we went into the whole time we were there. So we learned a valuable lesson. One must get to Muji first thing when it opens. And that's what we did the following day. So we went back. So we went twice. And I was not prepared because the Muji I'd been to before was much smaller. This was a grand scale. There was many floors. They had bedding and like lifestyle stuff and clothes and dishes. And I had not ever seen any of that. So I was not prepared for like how vast it actually was. But it's a wonderful store, and it kind of reminds me of IKEA. It reminds me of like how everything's very small and efficient, and it's made for like small spaces and like lots of little gadgets for travel. It's like very gadgety to me. It's a kind of a fun gadget store. So I went in there really focused on two things: snacks and stationery. So that's what I focused on, and I got a couple organizational things, and then yes, I would say, you guys, that Muji is, if you have access to one, it is a great place to stock up on inserts for your traveler's notebook or your, like a folio. And I will give you an example. So I bought 2 of these. So they have these little notebooks with a vinyl cover, like a clear vinyl. And, you know, so you can take it off and put it on. This was a It is an A6 sized notebook. And the one thing that's really awesome about the Muji stationery is the paper is very smooth and buttery. It has the same texture as a 32-pound paper that we love so much. It's very soft, smooth. It's not as thick as 32 pounds, so I'm not sure what the thickness is, but it's quite glorious, and I'm not sure if this even tells me. It does not tell me. But it says high quality paper. It's a 1-day, 1-page notebook. So this is kind of reminiscent of a Hobonichi, the way it's set up, and it's in Japanese, but each page is just very simple, so I assume you just put like the date up there at the top. The writing, you know, it's a lined paper, so it's great for being like a little diary. Again, I love the fact it was made of craft paper, easily something you can embellish. For the price point, which I believe this little guy was probably about $6, but he's like hefty, well made. I bought 2. Like this to me is like as the same purpose and practicality as a Hobonichi. The paper quality is different for those of you who are not fans of the thin paper. This is a fantastic budget-friendly option, in my opinion, that does everything a Hobonichi does. And you could put a fancy cover on it and be good. So to me, I would like, if I do a video about like my recommendations for doing budget-friendly planning, these would be at the top of it, and you could add your own little calendar. I mean, these to me make great little journals. So I got 2 of those. And then I got, these ones are the slim notebooks. So I'm going to guess and say these are probably like field notebooks. I do not have a field note sized traveler's notebook, so I can't be sure. But they have a lot of these type of notebooks. These were $1.50.
I think you're back on. We wanted to try to get, I think you're back on.
Sorry, I'm sitting here texting. I lost connection, which I don't think has happened. This has not happened to us before, where we literally had to create a bunch of different lives that I'm aware of.
My phone's been crashing, and that's why we used yours, and yours wouldn't charge.
Okay.
Were you trying to get Paula on with this?
I forgot to confirm with her.
Okay.
I kind of hate to
do
that to her now.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Never mind me. I'm not even here.
Okay. That's okay. I don't mind you at all. So I see Erica, thank you very much, is directing people to different locations where there is one. I think I saw you said.
This is the reason we didn't use this phone.
Hi, Paula.
This is saying live, but my video isn't working, and this one.
Okay, Christy, I saw your little comment. Sweet dreams. I see that you have to go. And yes, I will be doing lots of videos, you guys. So you're gonna probably get sick of seeing all the Japanese haul videos, but I'm probably gonna, have at least 5 from the major stores that I hit. I want to show you the bags that I bought, that I showed my mustard bag. I bought 3 of those while I was there because I loved it so much. I went back and bought 2 more, one for my daughter and one for me. So yes, I am invested in getting back on YouTube consistently, and that's honestly, that was a big mindset of why I was like, you know what, I'm just buying stuff because I want to get back on YouTube, and I've downsized so much. I don't really have as much plannery, journally stuff to work in or have or use up. So I felt like, you know what, I'm going to stock up. So Muji ended up being really awesome for that. Another thing Muji had, at least in my location, is they had a big table with stamps on it for you to stamp your inserts. I think this is really funny, and it's kind of a trend where a lot of places we went, even when we went to Skytree, which was, it's that giant tower. I believe it to be the tallest tower in the world, as what I think I heard someone say. But even they had a place where you collect stamps, like literally like stamps, like rubber stamps. You stamp in your little book. So they'll give you a handout, and then you spend time stamping. Every location you go, you stamp it. Same thing with the shrines. All the shrines throughout Japan, there are special books, like little stationery books that you can buy to collect your stamping. When you go through the main gate, they give you a little map and you can have that stamped. Stamping is a big thing in Japan. So Muji had a stamping area and really cool stamps. So they had one that said Ginza on it, which was the neighborhood we were in. I had nothing at the time. I didn't even bring my own traveler's notebook. I was like kicking myself. So I literally just like stamped one of the cheapy little inserts I bought just so I had it to do. So I was showing you guys the Slim notebook, which I believe is probably similar to a B6 Slim. I have no proof of this, but they did have them. These were $1.90. These were also blank inside, and they have the really nice like stay like flat, the binding like lay flat, not stay flat, lay flat. Super buttery paper. Again, their paper quality is amazing. I got 3 of this style. This is an open flat notebook. It's an A6 size. This is $4.50. You can write in it like a little journal. And that's what they must mean by the open flat. So it has a nice open flat kind of binding on it. Very soft, buttery paper. It is this, like I said, $4.50. So I bought 3 of these. These are nice and like big. So to me, you could put this in an A6 folio, or you could put 2 of these like in an A6 traveler's notebook. This would be awesome as a travel journal and add your photos in here. I mean, for the price, that's why I decided I'm going to stock up on these. This is another style that I grabbed. These are 70 cents each. These are also the A6 size. I think they're all exactly the same. I believe these all to be grid, and I managed to stamp one of these just in case I forgot where I was. The paper, yes, smooth, buttery, gridded, and a nice like little size. Like to me, this would be perfect. I bought 6 of them because they're 70 cents. You guys, come on. The Traveler's Notebook Factory, theirs were definitely, I think they were like $4, $5. So 70 cents. If you have a Muji in your area, these are a fantastic little insert to grab, especially if you've, I do not believe that they have like standard TN sizes. They're very focused on the more popular Japanese sizes, which is A6, B6, and in some cases you can find a B6 Slim. Sometimes it'll say Slim and not the other, but I think that's what this is. So this was my, like, I'm gathering up all the inserts. So I was really happy with this purchase because I know that I just stocked up on like a very practical thing that I would be using, especially during Camp Wannacraft when I want to, you know, show you some different craft projects. Like I would like to be able to show you things that you guys can like use up your inserts and have cool things in your traveler's notebooks. Another fun thing I got was this little wooden tray. I really loved it. It was shallow. It would be perfect for putting pens in or corralling little things together while I'm working on a project. So in here, I have a little metal ruler that I bought from there. My hotel room only had like a single plug, which was kind of a problem when I had different things to charge. So I grabbed like one of these like little extender plugs, and I'm going to use this for travel. Japan didn't require special plugs. It was just standard, which was awesome. So I just thought this would be handy to have in case I should travel anywhere, even within the United States. More little sticky notes. I love the shade of blue and the size of these. And then they had the craft paper kind, which I love craft paper. There's something about it I just love. So I grabbed some sticky notes there. And then these are like little bitty envelopes, which I thought these would be perfect for scrapbooking with. You know, even if I just like put glue stick down and then glued them down onto paper, they would have the little flap. You could stick stuff in there like money or a ticket. Even if not using it in my scrapbook, in my art journal. So I grabbed 3 packs of these. And I believe there's 20 pieces in here, and I feel like these were just like $1 or $2 each. The sticky notes were also cheap. Some things have pricing on them and some don't. These have 50 sheets in each little pack. So I thought that was a good deal. And then I bought 4 of these because I loved them. So look how fun like Muji stuff is. So these are sticky notes too, and they're like a little to-do list with a little check box. There we go. If I cover up my face, it will focus on it better. So I got 4 of those because this is, to me, one of the best sticky notes around. And then I went in the bathroom area. Like, was I in the bathroom area? Like, beauty area? I don't know what you want to call that. They have all these little containers for, like, beauty products, I'm assuming. But I decided that these would make fabulous little craft, like, containers. So I got this style of container. Like, you could put condiments in here. But I thought, hey, this would be fun for putting paint or little cups of water if you're gonna like paint on the go. You know, it'd be, I mean, I know that sounds kind of funny, but you could put a little bit of water in here to wet your little watercolor tray, or put acrylic paint on here if you were just going to use a little, if you're going to go craft at a friend's house. So I grabbed a few of those. I don't know if I'll use them that way, but that's what I envisioned when I grabbed them, was that, hey, those would be handy for paint, wet media, gesso even. Because I know that when I go to, you know, if I go to do an event or something or teach something, it'd be nice to be able to not have all this like heavy supplies to carry. Then they have these teeny tiny little jars. Like, look how itty bitty. And that's another thing I thought was like, what would I put in there? So could it be like a paint, a mixed media supply? Could it be teeny tiny little embellishments, like little bitty like cork pieces, or little glitter pieces? I don't know. Glitter could be, who knows? But I think it's probably meant for, it says it's a cream container. And it has like a really smooth little inside, so you could easily scrape up everything in the bottom. So I just decided to try grabbing different containers. This one's a much larger one. And that these could make really excellent art supply for wet media products or tiny embellishments. There's like a slightly larger size. So this is all I've really ever known Muji for. I don't remember exploring the stationery side the one time I went into that, but I was all about these little things, and because I love little containers. They have little bottles, like little caps, like for travel. To me, this all is like for water or something, you know, something wet. As I look around my stuff and I start messing around with prepping for camp, this is probably stuff that you'll see me use. I just think this has potential for us as little crafter girls, is all the little things. So that's pretty much what was in this, was all these little plastic doodads. And then the final thing I grabbed there is they had these. So they are like a document holder, and they're saying it's a slim ticket holder. You could put a map in it. You can see on the back it was meant for a map, but you could put like tickets, money, ephemera, and that's what I envisioned it as, is something ephemera related for us. So like this is like one big whole pocket that folds out. So if you had to put a full-size letter-size sheet in there, it would end up folding it up into here and have a secure little protected document. And then to that extent, or to that point, I got these bigger document holders. So my mom actually did this, but I had so much stuff that it wouldn't have worked. But I'm going to see if at some point it will for other things I do around here. So this is like a big plastic file folder sized, and it's nice too. It has this nice clear propyl, you know what I mean, that plastic material. It's got sheets in it, so you could put ephemera, scrapbook paper. See where I'm going with this? Like book copy stuff that you want to use for crafting, and like especially for on the go. You could store it in something like this and just grab the whole book and flip through it and grab stuff that you want. Stickers, but I thought it would be great for putting ephemera in, if like when you're traveling, and just being able to protect everything, especially stuff that's important like a playbill or a menu or something that's, you know, something you want to protect, something you might have bought. Money. I have 1 yen I held on to, you know, something like that you'd want to protect, like paper money. So, I am going through the comments really fast. I had so much to say. Good night, good night, good night. I see other, bye Tigger. I see other people are needing to go, and I've been trying to stay focused and and not be as chatty in the room tonight. Okay, so where are we at? I have finished. Okay, so another store. Disney is actually on my list here. So Disney ended up having a stationery store in it, and a legit, it said it and everything, like stationery. So I showed you the 2 pens I got, which was the really cute, and it's like a really nice pen, like it's metal, and it has the seagulls, and it says mine, mine, mine all over it, and then that's not it. And then I got this one. So they had this one style of, I don't know, stationery. So they had it in pens. I bought a bento box in it. It's kind of this pattern that's celebrating all of the treats and snacks that they have in the park. And so you can see, like, there's a little flounder, the little aliens from Toy Story. So they're all kind of printed over here along with waffles, and something looks like ramen, and so it's like a fun little, I don't know, there's two pen tips. They're both probably black. I just thought it was a cute pen and would look cute inside my little pen loop. I got myself some Winnie the Pooh chopsticks. I thought they were so cute. I love chopsticks. I love using them for eating other things besides, you know, let's see, I use them for ramen and spaghetti. I have even eaten salad. So here's a bunch of little ephemera I grabbed from Disneyland. So you can see, like, this is really easy to put into that kind of like document holder I was showing you. But this is the kind of stuff, obviously, that you go to some place like an amusement park. They're going to have lots of stuff like this. So I wanted to have something, and they have this really cool, it's like, it looks like a traveler's notebook insert, but it's slightly taller. But they made their own kind of like fun little plastic document keeper, and it has all the little Tokyo Disney Resort fun map. So they even make a little thing. I've never been to Disney World. I've only been to Disneyland. I don't know if they have cool stuff like there too, but I thought this was really clever. It has little pockets in it here, just like a traveler's notebook insert does. I think that's so cool. Thank you, Paula. Paula says I was the queen of Subway ephemera. Every time we hit a Subway station, I would immediately go search all the Subway little handouts they had, because there were some really cute ones. Really, like, I brought home like things like free magazines that just had cute advertising in them, so I could chop it all up. Here's a fun like little bento box style box from Disney. There's some tea that I took from our hotel room. They gave us tea every day. Oh, in a bath, the Sweet Rose little bath bomb. The bath in our hotel room was so amazing. It had a television in the wall. So there were a couple nights where I like made myself a bath and I watched television. I watched Japanese TV, couldn't understand anything. There was no subtitles. So I was just making up my own story for what was going on. But I felt like a baller. It was really, I felt so blessed. It was so awesome. This little bento box, this is that pattern I was showing you that was on, that's on this pen. So they had this kind of like a lot everywhere. And it just shows you all the different places you can eat at Tokyo Disney. And it had a little bento box. So, I do not know if I will actually put food in this or if I'll put like stationery in it. I had to have it. I just thought it was so cute. So I tried not to get carried away at Disneyland, but I think Disney just knows that when you're there, you're caught up in the moment and you're whisked away to some magical world, and you just, you know, a world in which it's trying to separate you from your money. They also had these little guys, which they show the pictures. You're supposed to use them to decorate your phone case, but they're like little fabric, so they're kind of like a patch, but they're a little smoother. But they're it's a little alien from Toy Story, and then they actually have these little dumplings that look like the little heads. So there is a see, it says little green dumplings with souvenir case. So there must be some case or something when you get the dumplings. I didn't eat any of them. They are like a dessert. I never saw them. I was just more in love with how cute these were, and I wanted to put them in my scrapbook. So, and I might even just like tuck it into the pocket and not even take them out. I don't know. I think it's fun to see how Tokyo Disney does their marketing and how they kind of reimagine products for that audience versus Americans, and what they're into versus what we're into. That was what was so fascinating. I love marketing, and it was so interesting to me, like what do people care about here and what are they into. I've not, like I said, never been to Disney World. I asked someone who is a big Disney World fan, do they have popcorn boxes there? And they said no. But then somebody on Instagram told me, yes, they do. So I'm not sure what the answer is. But all I know is we were obsessed, like kids, about trying to collect everyone's favorite popcorn box. So it was a matter of like, hey, they have different popcorn boxes there. And then it was a matter of trying to figure out, well, which popcorn stand sells which popcorn and which popcorn box. So I was pretty set early on that the Chip 'n Dale were my favorite. I loved Chip 'n Dale. They also reminded me of the Gophers from Warner Brothers cartoons that were so polite. Yes, indubitably. That's who I often confuse them in my mind with as a kid. But I loved them. So when I saw that was an option, that's what I decided on. But they had so many different types of characters. They had Toy Story. They had the car from Cars. I don't know his name because I never saw the movie. But they had all of these different Mr. Potato Head from Toy Story, and they had well, anyway, they had a lot. Mr. Crafty's coming. I don't know. Does that mean something's is wrong? Because every time he comes in here, it's because something is going amiss. But no, he did not come in. Anyway, I just wanted to share this with you because I just love it so much, and I just think it's so cute. It's something I would have been obsessed with as a kid. Like I literally would have carried this to school and used it as a purse. Probably won't do that now, but we'll definitely put it somewhere very special, like in my craft room one day when I have a craft room. So, okay. So yes, people are saying that there are popcorn boxes. So yes, this was I wish Disney World had all of those cute popcorn buckets. They have some, but that Chip 'n Dale is too cute. So maybe there are versions of them. These are super nice, like super well made. It's like a really nice, like if this was like a toy, I would consider this like a nice toy. Like you can just feel it, like the quality of it. It's nice, not cheap out. And then they have different flavors of popcorn throughout the park. Soy sauce and butter was my absolute favorite. I loved it. And it has this nice little strap. So there were a lot of people who bring their popcorn box back to Disneyland to use, because you can buy a refill, and the refills are much cheaper. So that's what I saw a lot of people doing, was carrying around an empty popcorn box so that they could get something new. And there were so many of like characters and stuff. It was fun. Me and Bessie were actually taking pictures going up to people, can we take a picture of their containers, because they were so fun. And it was kind of like an Easter egg hunt, trying to find like all the different containers. So I know, it's little things that just delight you. So that was my little Disneyland mini haul, because I actually did get stationery there. I got stationery everywhere I could get it. Nothing was off limits to me. This little stationery shop does not have a name because I passed it. It was next to my hotel. I happened to pass it as I was just kind of wandering around, walking around, and so I never paid attention to the fact that it had a name or not. But I did make pretty substantial pen purchase in there. Some of these are gifts. They're not all for me. So I got another one of those little pads for like receipts for journaling. This is for my giveaway winner. It's a little set of stationery tools like tape and scissors and a little bitty stapler. It's kind of like, are these erasers? Yes. So these are super popular there. They had lots of different styles, a little pencil sharpener. So I got this for my winner, thinking that someone's really going to appreciate this little set. Here's the little envelopes again. This time it's the little Lucky Paw cat. And I got, these are, they call them decoration stickers. These are also like the patch style. And it's a little sumo wrestler. It's a little bonsai tree. I was very obsessed with the sumos. So anytime I saw a sumo wrestler, I'd be like, do I need that? Should I get that? I feel like I need it. So I got myself some little sumo wrestler stickers. There we go. These stickers were made with some really interesting material. It's almost like they're kind of like a rice paper or something. You can see here the texture. These stickers are all ramen, and they have like little gold details in them. So they're kind of like fancy stickers. A pencil board. They just had random pencil boards there because apparently like there's just... planners are so popular, they don't even have to be like specifically TN or specifically Hobonichi. They just had kind of little extra stuff. I grabbed myself a cute little postcard. That's this the Tokyo, the sky tree in the background with the Mount Fuji. I thought the colors on that were amazing. I thought this little postcard was hilarious. Those are little the sumo moves. And here is a picture of the sky tree. Say it right, not Tokyo Tower, it's sky tree. We went to the top of that, or as high as they let you, and then took photos everywhere, and it was amazing. This is the, this is Ginza, like the heart of Ginza, the downtown area, which was a couple blocks away. It sort of reminded me of Times Square. And we went through that intersection so many times that I decided I needed to have a postcard. So here is where I decided to get pens for my family. So my nephews and my sister-in-law, I made sure to get pens, and I got all those little clicker pens with the multicolors. This particular pen was super dreamy. It's made by Dr. Grip. I tried out one of the pens and fell in love. One of these is mine, although I can't remember. I think it's this one. So I think the light blue one is mine. So, super dreamy, super, buttery smooth, as wonderful as I remember it. And then, I don't know if you guys have heard, I'm sure you guys have, I'm not really a pen expert in any way. This is a Jetstream pen. This body style, I know this is very popular. Many pens kind of have this look to them. For me, it was the color of the pen that caught my eye, and then I wrote with it. So it's a really inexpensive pen. A bit more pointy. It's probably a 0.38, but it's lovely. Even there are like less expensive pens are still quite dreamy. So like you can't buy a bad pen. And then this little MT tape caught my eye. So that would bring me up to a total of 22, and counting the Hobonichi one, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I bought 22 rolls of washi. I'm pretty sure that's it. And then okay, so I bought these. These are gifts, but I wanted to show you. This was part of the Disney stash, but they had these little tape runners, like they're little glue runners. And they all say Easter 2019, and they've got little characters on them. Isn't this just shows you the difference in our culture? Unless you guys have seen this at the American Disneyland, Disney World, I would love to hear if that's true. These are little glue runners, and these are meant to be souvenirs. They tear off, like you can separate them, and that's what I plan on doing, is giving them individually away as little gifts. I think that is just hilarious. That to me just speaks to how much stationery matters. That this would be like, oh, it's a glue runner. You know, can you imagine giving this an American kid? Would they even know what it is or think it's cool? I find that to be funny that Disney is so invested in the stationery world. And then here is a pile of stickers I got. Let me just show you a couple. These are also from Loft. I went into a different location. Loft had multiple locations in the city. These are so stinking cute. They're like all little different versions of, I don't want to say they're all sushi because they're not. But for the sake of like, yeah, they're like Japanese like finger foods and sushi. So, and then they were all like little teeny tiny stickers. All of them. Here's another set of like little sushi stickers. I was pretty obsessed with these. And then they're all these little teeny tiny. So, so these stickers are not for me. I did not buy them for myself. I bought these for my lovely, lovely glamper ladies that came to my glamping event last month. I was supposed to give all of them a stamp set and forgot the stamp set. So I'm going to be mailing off all of their stamp sets, and I had told them that I would bring them a little treat from Japan for their graciousness and understanding. And so I went around and trying to find something fun, and I decided that these little teeny tiny stickers were going to be so super cute from Japan. Not something you can grab every day, and who doesn't love stickers? So I'm going to be sending off these to each of the Glamper girls. There's a variety of them here. And when I brought these up to the counter to pay for them, the girl was so confused. And they actually had to bring like a manager over. And then the manager, like she scanned each one like to price it. And then the manager sat there and entered each one into the calculator. Because even though they have registers, they still use a calculator and show you what the price is going to be. And then after we went through that process, then the manager needed to stand there and like count each sticker sheet back as they put it into the bag. So apparently these are very, very precious and very, very hard to keep track of and very confusing because maybe the average Japanese citizen does not go in and buy 32 sheets of stickers. It was funny, but it was funny. So I will not show the rest of that little stash because I want there to be some surprise in that. So I will put that down. Anybody else? Okay. I think I've hit my major stores. I think right now I'm doing kind of my cleanup.
You're 9 minutes away from your record.
I am?
You've never gone 4 hours before.
Mr. Crafty says I am 9 minutes away from my record.
Because you always get cut off
I've
at 4 hours.
never done 4 hours before. But see, I managed to fool the YouTubes because we shut the live down and started it up again. So now I've defied my record. I just found this bag of stationery that's all sealed up. I looked at this earlier and I could not remember. Maybe it'll come to me when I look at it, but I'm not remembering. This looks like another Loft purchase, is what I'm thinking. So they had, here's all these like fun little sticker flakes, and they look like food. So this is like Japanese food and beers, because everyone should have that, right? And here's some ramens. So these are like little bowls. The little sticker flakes are shown on the back.
This is good. You want a drink?
I brought that home for you. Look.
Yeah, I was thinking you might want to show him.
So I brought this home for Mr. Crafty. This was his big souvenir. He loves Coke, even though he has given up drinking it. And peach is our absolute favorite flavor. We will eat anything peachy. So I found a Coca-Cola peach, and it had his name over it. So I brought him this little, isn't that adorable, little bitty bottle of it.
Thanks, my baby.
And because Mr. Crafty doesn't like things. He's just not a things person. He doesn't buy things. He doesn't, I mean, other than tech stuff for work, he's just not really, he doesn't collect. He doesn't use stuff. He's very simple in his needs. So I knew like there was really nothing I could buy him that he would be interested in. He's not even in, he's not in anything, but that he was excited about. I don't know. I asked him so many different times. I was like, something I can get you? So I got him some snacks and his little Coke. Here is a little sumo wrestlers, sticky notes. Oh, Desiree, I'm so glad that you are able to catch me. I usually I'm not usually this long doing a live ever, so I'm totally surpassing what my plan was. But, you guys know how I roll. I often have this, oh, I'm going to get off in 2 hours, and I fully intended to. But that's totally, I can't even.
I can't even. Oh, yes, lovely.
Oh, are they looking up your nose?
Who knows?
Hi, everybody. We're back. Part 3. Just kidding. I actually know what happened. All of a sudden, it just went down. So, there you go. Linda says, nose hairs. Mr. Crafty Pie needs to trim his little nose hairs. All right. So, I'm looking at this bag, and I feel like, is this even my bag? Did I buy these things? I think this was one of my trips to Loft. And so I know I bought this. It's just, I feel like, as you can see, when you go to so many places and you're buying so many things, I think that you just kind of start separating from reality, and I don't know. I feel like I don't even know what this stuff is. This is a pencil board for the Hobonichi Weeks. It's got these little characters on it. And I know I've seen this on their website. I don't know. I don't get it. But I don't know. I just thought it was cute. That's really all I guess I need. Is it cute? Yes. Well, I'm in. Here's some fun little sumos again. They had a lot of little sumo wrestler characters, and I don't even watch sumo wrestling. Maybe it's because I feel like I identify with them or something. I thought they were just really cute. Look at this little sumos are reading a book. So lots of little stickers here. Much more stickers. These are fun. This is probably like the cutest of the little diary stickers that I saw. I love, wait, I love this guy right here. He's laying, kind of like Mr. Crafty with his glasses on. Sorry. I'm sorry, Mark.
Rude and hurt.
But wait, hang on. This is me. This is me. Ooh, I can't even do the right thing. There's me and Mr. Crafty. Oh my gosh. So anyway, there is some super hilarious, like these are just really simple, but I thought they're really funny. And then these little pigs on top of in a bowl. Oh my gosh. There is just something about them I just found so cute. I got like different iterations of them, so they made different sizes of them. These ones are a little smaller. Here's one with the little I don't know how to pronounce them. They're onigiri. It's the rice ball with the a nori on it. So they had a lot of little rice ball characters. And then coffee break all day long. This little line of stickers was really cute. It's called the B-side label, and they had like all kinds of tchotchkes, buttons, all of it. And it was just really cute stuff. They don't have like inappropriate stuff. Like they're more, I would classify this brand because it was like a whole wall and they were in multiple stores. I would call them like a little, like they were like a little more edgy and more fun. They were probably meant for like youth, but they're like, they don't have anything inappropriate. They don't have dirty language. They don't have like dirty jokes or anything. They're very, very clean. I didn't see anything like that. Even things that were, geared towards younger kids. Not like that at all. Very different from here. In a good way. So the Starbucks Roastery Reserve is the biggest Starbucks in the world and located in Tokyo. And so one of the things that they offer is, and I didn't get this at there, I got it from a different Starbucks, but it counts as stationery. They have this little thing called the Roastery Passport. It's a coffee passport, and it has gold foiling on it with the rose gold coil, and it has really beautiful interior on it. So basically how they have this set up is that you would make notes on the coffee drink that you had, and they have these like little cards with photos of different coffee drinks. I do not know how you acquire the cards because I personally didn't see any, but I know I saw pictures of this completed, and you would put your coffee drink, that little card, you would put that here. I guess it's like a collecting thing, and then you would fill out like, how was your drink? So what my thoughts were is I would end up, I mean, it's like tasting notes, brew method, processing, even acidity. It's like you're literally like being very scientific about your drink. So what I was thinking is you could use this as a form of like a memory keeper by taking a picture. I loved taking a picture of a drink in my hand, a Starbucks drink. I don't drink there very often. I'm not a big coffee person, but I always do it as like a habit. So I thought, oh, that'd be really cute to have these like Instax style photos and then make a note. Looking back on it now, I probably wouldn't have bought this, but in the moment, like I was at Starbucks for the first time and I was all caught up in being there, and I probably didn't think it through with like good decision making. This might be something I give as a gift one day if I actually don't end up using it. The other thing that I did while we were there, and I'm looking around for my wallet, which I don't see, is the Starbucks often have like different gift cards that you can buy when you go to different locations. Sometimes they'll have like the name of the city. I don't know if they still do that this year, but they had Tokyo gift cards. So I made sure to buy one with yen, put yen on it, and then I got it, and then I paid for a coffee drink and something else like right there. So then I have the card left as something for my memory keeper. So if that's not something you've ever done, consider doing that if you love Starbucks or just like having cute memorabilia. They have the cutest cards, the cutest little gift cards. So, okay. So, these are funny. I will do a video on these as well. So these are actually books about stationery. I went into the Japanese bookstore. And that was probably the most challenging place that I went because there was no one that could understand me. And I say that because I do not go into anywhere in Japan expecting everyone to understand me, because I'm the one that doesn't understand Japanese. I'm the one that didn't like take language classes, and I don't know, didn't know how to explain or ask questions. And I tried the Google Translate and it was not successful. So I was trying to find language books there, and I wasn't able to do that. So I probably would have bought more things had I been able to figure out like where things were like on my own. But I was hoping to buy like Japanese language books for foreigners so that I could like have like a real book from there. And I couldn't close the deal. Couldn't make it happen. Alice was with me this day, fortunately, and she was able to show me the stationery section and show me these awesome picture books. So, the books go backwards. So the cover is actually what we would call the back of the book. And so it is this awesome book all about vintage stationery and like little office supplies, and it is so delicious. It's all like photography of stationery. Like you can see this old Stabilo. So there's pencils, erasers, an eraser collection. It's like, good night, Maria. It's like a little museum, like a little gallery of all these fun little office supplies. Like here's crowns from forever ago, and I'm probably saying it not the right way. I'm sure it's crayons. and I just called them crowns. How many people pronounce it crowns? Say it out loud. I'm sure a lot of you say it right. I just realized I did not. So there's like these fun little like character erasers. There's like protractors. And yet there's this whole book all about vintage, like school supplies and stationery. So clearly it is a thing. It is something to be like showcased and honored and appreciated, and the packaging. And I just felt like I needed this in my life. Look at the little paper punches, the little two hold paper punches. So loved it. And then this book is all about what's in your pouch. It's all about pencil pouches. I can't make this up, you guys. So it's a whole little cute picture book about it. Well, it's not a picture book because it actually has words in it. I just don't know what they say. And I think what I'm going to try and do, if I can't get Google Translate to at least help me, then I'm gonna bide my time and see if eventually I come across someone who knows any Japanese, and then do some kind of bartering. Like I'll gladly pay you in stickers for some translating today. So I want to find out what all this stuff is saying. So this one's all about pencil pouches, and what I can decipher is that each of the pages is showing a pencil pouch owned by a particular person, and the person's telling a little story about what's in their pencil pouch and what it means. That I was able to figure out. And I'm sorry, but this to me is like, oh, it's kind of like what's in my bag, where we're all kind of nosy and want to see what's in each other's bag. I think for us girls, this is like the same premise. We're like, what's in your pencil pouch? So did I need it? I did not. But I just felt like if I'm going to have coffee table books, or I'm going to have like a little library of books one day, darn tootin', I want books about stationery that if they exist, I would like that. I think that's really cool. This is another awesome book. This one is all about how to sketch with your fountain pen. So apparently fountain pens are kind of they're different. And so this little sketchbook is showing you how to get the best out of your fountain pen and how to sketch with it. So it has all of these cute little step-by-step, super simple illustrations on how to sketch little cutesy things. And I was so down for this. I was like, yes, I will put those pens to work. Shows you how to make party picks and how to do little gift tags. I don't really have to explain this because it's explaining itself, right? Don't you guys, I mean, you guys feel me on this. If you just bought 20 fountain pens, wouldn't you want to know how to use them and stuff you could do with them? So this was a fun little book that I loved. So, Lidima says, perhaps a Japanese-American association, perhaps. Oh, I do have a family member who's from Okinawa. Aha! I'm going to save these for when I see her. That I didn't even think about that until just now. Thank you. So this is another little book, and this one's all about like school supplies and stationery from the 80s. And I swear when I was looking through this, I was like having some flashbacks. I do remember some of the cases that were similar to these. Like, I don't know if you guys remember this style of pencil. Not so much this side, but more like these. I do remember something like those. I mean, we did have this influence in our own stationery. I'm sure we took lots of ideas that the Japanese created, if not actually imported their stuff. Because some of the stuff I saw in here, I was like, wow, that looks so familiar to me, or I remember something similar to that as a kid. I mean, a lot of us remember these kind of pencil toppers. So that was my other fun little thing. And then I got this wonderful little tea time book. And this book, it again has adorable little illustrations and sketches. It has recipes in it. This is a recipe for jolly milk tea, mint milk tea, don't know how to read any of it. But as long as if I could get someone to help me, and I'm going to have to ask my aunt now. They even show you how to have like little themed tea parties and stuff. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have a whole video on this little book, not to flip it all the way through, but I want to show you the store I got this from, and it was the tea shop, and I bought like 8, 10, maybe 10 little tins of tea that are the most adorable, precious little tins you've ever seen in your life. And I almost feel like it didn't matter what was in them. I just wanted the little containers. They're very sought after. They're very, very popular. They, the creator of the line, the brand, is actually a children's illustrator, and she now has this tea line. Her name is Karel Capek. Not Carol the way we think of the name. It's Karel Kapek. But that's not her name. That's the name of the brand. I don't. Oh wait. Hang on. Let me reverse that. I don't know that to be true. I don't remember now. It could be the name of the person. I don't want to. I just want to blurt out stuff that's not correct. I'm drawing a blank. I actually looked all this up when I was doing some research about it. I don't see anything in here. But she was a children's book illustrator, very popular, and now she's made this brand of tea. So she actually goes and like has the tea grown and all of that. And then, so look at these illustrations, you guys. Would you not want to own this book just because of the adorableness? So I'm determined to be a tea drinker now. So Carol, thank you. I believe it's Kaerl. But now I'm having doubts. Let me think here. Hold please. I'm going to grab the thing. Okay. because I brought it up, and is it Carol? Okay, I was wrong. It is Carol, K-A-R-E-L, but it's Capek with a C. C-A-P-E-K. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. So this is it's called Lucky Charm Tea. Look how stinking cute. And then this is one, it's called Girls Tea. Wrong way. Hold it, hold it properly. So, yeah. So they have little, I think these have little tea bags in them, little individual tea bags. They had many different varieties. Oh, even, yeah, they're, okay, it's all wrapped up in a foil bag, so I can't. Look, ephemera. So I got very swept up in tea madness, and I just needed to have them. And I had them all arranged on according to like the color scheme and everything, because they had different colors and different flavors. And they were just so precious, and basically people like collect the tins, and they're like kind of a big deal. There was like some on Flickr and Pinterest, and so I bought a sampler pack of the little pouches, like the little tea bags, so that I could have them. And they're just so, I just hope it's the most delicious tea ever, because I just made a big investment in being a tea drinker. Susan asked, how did you manage all your luggage? Susan, it was not easy. So, oh, let me finish out this last thing. So I bought a Flow magazine while I was there. I probably needed to go home and buy this. I'm thinking that this is the English version. Is it the English? This is the English version. So I probably could have bought this in the States, but I felt like I was there. It was in the moment. Yes, this made it even heavier because I decided to do that. And then there's this Oz magazine. This was one of the coolest magazines. I want to be this girl. So she basically goes around to a particular area, and this one is Ginza. So this is where we were staying, and she goes around to the hotels, the restaurants in the area, and she does like little reviews, and they photograph her in different areas of the city. So there's a whole series of these magazines in different places in Japan, so you can really like get to know what's available and what's there. And I just thought that was really neat, especially for memory keeping purposes, when I've, may have seen some of these places or been there. And then I just thought it would be really fun just to kind of have like such a, I don't know, a better insight of the area. Like this right here is a picture of, like I recognize this is the restaurant that was in the hotel we stayed at, because this was in the elevator. So I saw it every time we got in there. So I know that's what that's from. But since I spent so much time walking around Ginza, it's really cool to be like, oh, I'll have some pictures and stuff. I'll have, I don't know, like a fun memory. And then this, oh my gosh, this cover just had me, so again, lovely photography, beautiful pictures, lots of pictures of food. Magazine, it was all because of her. I wanted her in the worst way. I just thought she was beautiful. So that was my bookstore trip. Like I said, we had to get another suitcase. So my mom and I, each of us had 3 suitcases, and each of us had 2 carry-ons. So we realized there was no way that we could get all of that onto the train, like onto a bus, train, or anything like how normal people would go. You would leave your hotel and you would jump on the subway, and then you would go to like, the airport on a transfer station. That was not an option because the suitcases were heavy, and there's 3. Like, trying to imagine 3 rolly cases that are heavy, and each of you has that, so you can't even help each other. So we opted to do an Uber, or not. I'm sorry, it wasn't even an Uber. It was like a shuttle service. So we opted to do that, have a shuttle service take us there. And so once we got there, the luggage, the carts were right there at the curb. They have free carts. You don't have to pay for them in Tokyo. So I just loaded them up. Me and my mom each had our own cart, and we got them in there and checked in as soon as we could, because it was a lot. I have never traveled with that much luggage before. And then I was worried the whole time getting back to the States about the process of going through customs and what that was going to be like, because it's kind of intimidating when they make such a production of your receipts and asking if you want that tax-free and sealing things up. So you think it's going to be like, oh my gosh, are they going to question me? Am I going to have to explain why I have all this? What if they think I'm trying to sell it? That this is so much stuff. What if they think I'm trying to like sell stuff? Are they going to put me in some kind of like, I don't know, airport jail? Then have a hearing? I don't know. I had all of these like little things going through my head. And then it was such a, I don't know, it was just not a letdown, but it was like, wow, no one even looked in my luggage. No one even asked questions. No one even checked. It was literally like I glanced at my passport and put a stamp on it, and I was done with that portion of it. It was like 3 steps of getting back into the country. But that step was, where all the receipts were, and he didn't even ask. So there you go. Apparently you can go on a shopping spree and there's no consequences. So hi, Patricia from Minnesota. Yes. So even if you're not going on an international trip, and you're like, let's just say you decide to do a little day trip in your own town, or to a weekend getaway or a road trip, ephemera is all around us. And I tried to kind of pay attention to stuff people put into their scrapbooks when I was like looking. I have a Pinterest board that's nothing but pocket pages. So I really focused on what do people collect and hold on to when they travel, to give me ideas. But it turns out like I'm already a natural little collector anyway. A lot of us are. So it was just a matter of like, yeah, that would go in there, that would go in there. And just odd stuff that, to me, this is something funny that I want to see in my scrapbook. So what do you want to look at? What would remind you of your trip again was my takeaway. And when you go travel, if you get to go somewhere fabulous, if you get to go to another country, go look at stationery stores, go look at office supply stores. They're full of stuff that are in different languages and stuff, and they could make fabulous little fun little like journaling tags and stuff like that. Ooh, now I have 2 of them up here. Interesting. So, my throat hurts. I think talking so much. Susan says when she was in New York and Hawaii, we mailed things back home. Yes, I have done that too, from both of those places. But I had a deal with Mr. Crafty. He was so my only restriction about what I could do or not do is we kind of had this deal where I wasn't allowed to ship things back. Like that was had to fit in my luggage. I wasn't supposed to buy any new luggage or use my mom's luggage. It had to be in my luggage. So one of the suitcases, like I said, I had to replace it, and I bought a big case, so that did give me some more space. And yes, I did actually break the rule, which I'm confessing right now to the YouTubes, is that I did actually use some space in my mom's bag. I did want that to be the case, but it just comes down to you have to do what you have to do, which is another thing Mr. Crafty said to me before I left. So I did eventually follow his advice. So I would never shop like this normally. I would never, if we went on a stationery tour in America, it would not look like this, because this was special. This was going to the motherland of stationery, and it was buying stuff that we just can't get our hands on. If I spent hours and hours and hours researching online, I could probably come up with some of it, but I wouldn't know how it felt. So this was a glorious experience. And like I mentioned at the beginning, if you came in late, we are going to be going back in the fall of 2021. And I believe that would be a case where we would be taking 12 girls or 10 girls on this trip. So I would, if anything I've said has moved you or inspired you, and this sounds like you, and which planner girl doesn't it sound like? This would be a trip that you would be very interested in. It was absolutely awesome. It was life-changing, as travel often, I think travel is one of those things that changes you fundamentally as a person, because it affords you a view beyond your own world. Like anything we see on a day-to-day basis, it completely changes you when you get a doorway into someone else's life, into another part of the world and how they live, and it stays with you. So this was a dream come true. I've always dreamed of going to Japan, but all my life the actual ability to do that would have been, going to the moon is the equivalent. Like that just was never going to happen. So I will always be grateful to Paula for making this possible for me to do this, for being able to make it a TRG sponsored event. I had a wonderful time with the girls, and I know that they were just like giddy. We were all so giddy to be there. It was like every day, like pinch me, we're in Japan. Can you believe here we are set loose in all of these stationery stores? Just how could your inner girl just not be crazy happy? So eventually that will get pinned up on the website. Now, if you also missed the beginning, you'd missed me announcing that our next TRG Crafting Abroad adventure is going to be going to the UK, and that will be happening next summer. So summer of 2020, we will be going to an England adventure, going to London and having a smashing time crafting in a beautiful retreat center, house, mansion, what do they call it there? Homestead? What do you call estate? It's an estate. That is how I would describe it. So note that everywhere, girls. Next summer is the UK. There's already been people who have been putting their deposit down for that. That's a larger group. I think Paula said at least 20, up to 30, something in that range. So it is a larger group that can all be hanging out together, having a fabulous time, crafting our little socks off, and sipping a lot of tea. Because it is the land of tea. And it's funny how all my tea from Japan had, you know, like the little British flag on there, the little Union Jack. So that'd be funny if it's probably there. So, oh, so anyway, I will be doing a video on all of these individual things that I showed you, and possibly spending a bit more time, you know, opening stuff up, unwrapping things, letting you see the washi. Tonight was kind of like a blur because, come on, girls, there was a lot. And now my room looks like an enormous explosion of stationery, detriments everywhere. Mr. Crafty couldn't even like get it to the camera earlier. He was having a hard time. So the next time I'll be doing a live is April 27th. I will be doing an international late night crafty club, and I will be doing a crafternoon with Corey in the same day. 2 crafting events in one day. And then the following day, I will be doing a chapel crafting with Corey, and you can find all of that on the resetgirl.com/events. And that will show you all the stuff going on. We just announced that Camp Wannacraft is it's officially on the website. You can get your personal invitation to camp and get you all the information May 1st, and camp begins on June 1st. So I'm giving you an entire month, a month to get your supplies together, get yourself situated, planned. Where am I going to craft? What am I going to do? And all of the fun that you're going to have, having a journal ready. This is going to be the most fantastic opportunity for self-care you will have all year, because crafting for us, creating for us, is the ultimate form of self-care. It just, when you give yourself a chance and you put all that perfectionism aside and you just give yourself a chance to play and let that little girl come out and just color outside the lines and do whatever you want to do, you are going to have so much fun and make wonderful friends. People had such a fantastic time at Camp Reset last year. Camp Wannacraft is going to be epic. It's going to be even better than Camp Reset. So, and I would not say that lightly. I mean, I'm bringing it, girls. And not only me, but a team of fabulous teachers as well. 10 teachers are going to be giving you 30 workshops, and I'm going to be hosting 20 live events in a 6-week period. Come on. That is going to be epic. And you guys are going to die when you see the forums. The new platform we're going to be using to have cabins that are going to be more realsies than anything we could do on Facebook. It is going to be so much better than we've had organized. Conversations you can join in easily. Gallery, you can see photos. Come on, it's going to be a dream come true. So mark your calendars. May 1st is that date. You can go to theresetgirl.com and sign up just to get the registration info sent to your doorstep on May 1st when registration opens. So you guys have sat here, many of you, for the 4 hours I have been on here, being my friend, being like, girl, go, you can do it. Talk up that stationery. And I do not blame anyone. I hold it against nobody if you had to ditch early, because it's a lot. I'm tired. Are you guys tired? I feel tired. I'm wiped out. I am ready. I know, Rebecca, it was a new record. Woo! You guys, you have been here at the moment, the record-breaking moment. Over 4 hours. Mr. Crafty says I've never done a live that long. Now, if you guys follow Adele of Inky Quill, that girl holds the record on the YouTubes, because that girl can craft for hours. I do not know what her longest live was that she's done it, but I know at least I've seen one where it was 8 hours long. 8 hours of crafting. I mean, I don't think I have that in me. So she has my utter respect in that case. But oh, hi Shar. So I'm so glad that you guys you were here, and I appreciate you guys showing up. And it's so much fun for me to share something I'm excited about when you guys are excited for me and with me. So thank you for showing up to my house Thanks, Serenity, for coming. I saw you and Dawn both on here tonight. I know that you guys have had a long day. Many of you have had a long week, and you know you are dog tired, and you're still showing up for me, and I just can't thank you enough. Hi, Miss Marlene. My mom, she wasn't about the shopping as much as we were, but she did love it. She did have a good time. My mom could have a good time anywhere. She's a wonderful, wonderful person. I don't know anyone on the world like my mother. I just love her to death. She's my most favorite person in the world. And I honestly, I begged her to come because I wanted to have those memories of being there together with her. I wanted to have that, because what other opportunity would she ever get to see Japan if not for this? So I was like, you gotta come. So I'm so glad that she did. And oh, and yay! Serenity made a glue book. I have seen your glue book. I think you were working on it on the cruise. You were. I feel like I remember this. So yes, it was a really nice memory, and I'm really grateful, because as you know, as we get older and we have to start saying goodbye to our parents and all of that horrible part of life, I am so grateful that I'm going to be able to look back on some of the wonderful things I've gotten to do with my mom because of the Reset Girl. So I will always be grateful, and that wouldn't be possible without you guys. So whether you know it or not, you helped me get to Japan too. You helped me get to be in this RV. You guys get to help me get to live the life that I have, and there's just not the words to explain how grateful I am for you guys. And thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being my crafty playmate. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for wanting to come to camp with me. Thank you for caring about Mr. Crafty and I, and just being so supportive. We are the luckiest people that we get to do this in our little introvert world, we are very, very blessed. So thank you for every single one of you on this live, watching this replay. Thank you for taking the time to do that. It means the world to me, because this is my way of getting to share the fun of, like, I wish I could have taken you guys on this trip, but I wanted to show you, like, look, look at all the goodness. And you guys will get to see a lot of this stuff in my videos. And again, I will be having a giveaway on my Instagram. Once I get kind of everything together, I want this to be amazing. So once I get everything together, I will be posting a giveaway on my Instagram. It will be open to international, it'll be open to all. And one lucky girl is going to be getting a wonderful little Japan crafty haul, because I thought of you, whoever you are. I thought of you as I went shopping. You were with me, and I was picking out stuff for your giveaway that you're going to receive. And maybe you are hearing my words right now and you just don't know it's going to be you. That's the wonderful thing about giveaways and lotteries, is that it could be you. So thank you guys so much for sticking it out with me on such a long video. And you'll be seeing the ears in the future. They will be making many appearances. That's for sure. I got to prove to the IRS that these were a write-off. So look, they're in my video. So I do have other purchases of things I have been buying on the side before the trip and recently. So I'll have those kind of fun videos, like, hey, this is what I got. I personally love seeing people show me what they got, because it gives me ideas of, would that work for me? Do I want that? So more videos to come, crafting videos too. I will see you guys. You are welcome to come to the International Late Night Crafty Club on the 27th. Mr. Crafty's coming, and his little hairy hands are going to come down and say, shut this down. Did I just throw you under the bus?
It happens. I'm sorry.
So I love your faces, you guys. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Happy Easter. I hope you have a wonderful time with your families and get rested and refreshed, and that you'll be ready on Monday to start anew. But I love you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you, Mr. Hairy Hands. That's what Lidima said.